To know me is to know that I love the 1-0 game. We got one last night in Pittsburgh. Thank you very much, Jared Jones. Max Fried racked up the Ks at Fenway, and Nick Castellanos walked things off in extras for the Philadelphia Phillies. Steve Lennox, LenoxOnBaseball live stream podcast. We're recapping day number 69 of the Major League Baseball regular season. We do open up with That's Baseball. And Garrett Cole last night made a rehab start with Double-A Somerset, and big leaguers out on rehab assignments at minor league affiliates. That's our topic with That's Baseball. Cole last night, 3 1/3, no runs, 2 hits, picked up the strikeouts, 5 total against the Hartford Yard Goats, right up the road from where I live here in Connecticut. Cole basically said the return is right around the corner. So he may not need to make it and go the full extension of his rehab assignment, but basically said, I'm close. 34 of his 45 pitches for strikes, touched 97, closing in on getting back to the big league level for the first time this season. And Cole, I don't know what Somerset's attendance figures are over the course of the season. Longtime independent team. And now an affiliated team, and with the New York Yankees, with everything that's kind of gone on with Major League Baseball and minor league baseball over the last handful of years. But, a big leaguer out on a rehab assignment in the last 20 years, and really going beyond that, big league teams have tried to get minor league affiliates closer to their home city. And big leaguers out on those rehab assignments are almost as big, if not almost equal, to firework nights. Firework nights have always been popular, always a big draw, sellouts for most minor league affiliates. But when a big leaguer actually gets to come down, the minor league front office, very little to do with things. Player comes in, they make sure everything's in place. The clubby gets excited because the clubby's probably going to get, at least in the past, clubhouse attendants are a little bit different present day. But, the clubbies, the local guys doing the laundry late at night, they'd get excited because the big league guys would, tip them, you would hope, a little bit extra, more so than what a low A or, a short season A guy would have given in the past. But big league guys out on minor league assignments always think about it, and guys getting out there and putting things together and getting back. Garrett Cole, one of the latest to do it with the Yankees and with Double-A Somerset on Tuesday night. Didn't look at their attendance figure, just looked at Cole's numbers. They were good enough against the Hartford Yard Goats, and we'll see how he progresses going forward. That's baseball, and again, we are recapping day number 69 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Dodgers, Pirates opening up a series in Pittsburgh on Tuesday night. Love the 1-0 game. Pirates behind Jared Jones and the pen blanking the Dodgers 1-0. Jones, who grew up about 30 minutes or so away from Dodgers Stadium, now 4-5 on the season with the victory, combined with 3 relievers on what is the 15th 1-0 game of the season. Yes, it's baseball. We count everything. Thank you very much, Billy Chappell. Jones, 6 scoreless, 3 hits allowed, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Colin Holderman, Aroldis Chapman, David Bednar, each worked a scoreless inning as well. Jack Sawinski just back up from the minors, accounting for the only run of the game. Sawinski, a home run, a solo shot against Tyler Glasnow in the 3rd inning. Again, 1-0 the final last night in Pittsburgh. Glasnow, solid, struck out 9, took the loss to fall to 6-4. Dodgers had their opportunities, 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Pirates 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, do win the game 1-0. First series of the season between the Royals and Guardians. It's early June, so you want to say playoff atmosphere, go right ahead. It's still early, but the Guardians are now separating themselves from the rest of the division, and they pick up a game on the Royals with the victory on Tuesday night. Royals up 5-0, 3 in the 3rd, 2 more in the 4th inning. No problem, though, for the Guardians, as they were to come back and win the game 8-5. Guardians got 3 in the home fourth inning, 5 more runs in the seventh inning. Hunter Renfroe, Bobby Witt Jr., both with home runs for the Royals in the third inning. Witt Jr., his second 2-run home run of the game, that in the fourth inning. That made it 5-0. Josh Naylor, 2-run home run in the home fourth inning. Guardians getting to within 2 runs and within striking distance. Tyler Freeman, 2-run home run in the seventh. That tied the game at 5. Guardians brought 3 runs home in that inning on Witt's throwing error. It happens. 3 runs came across. Seth Lugo, rare rough outing. Hopefully not a sign of things to come, but Lugo took one on the chin. Ended up with a no decision, but gave up 5 earned runs over 6+ innings. Cade Smith worked an inning and 2/3 in relief to pick up the win for the Guardians. He's now 3-0 on the season. Emmanuel Clase, a couple of strikeouts, worked a scoreless ninth inning. Clase registering his 19th save on the year. Twins and Yankees in New York, first of a 3-game series at the big ballpark in the Bronx. Luis Gil continues to just shine for the Yankees. 7-0 over his last 7 starts, 8-1 overall on the season. Gil shut out the Twins over 6 innings. Yankees beat the Twins 5-1. Gil gave up just 1 hit. Twins managed just 2 hits total. Gil walked 3, struck out 6. Gleyber Torres solo home run in the second. Aaron Judge double, knocked in 2 runs in the third. That made it 3-0. Royce Lewis just off the IL, a solo home run in the 7th inning. By the way, happy birthday on this Wednesday to Twins Royce Lewis. Giancarlo Stanton made it 5-1 with a 2-out 2-run home run. That in the 8th inning. Stanton number 15. Yankees have outscored the Twins 19-2 in winning all 4 games between the two teams so far this season. They continue that 3-game set on Wednesday. Yankees are rolling. They've won 6 in a row, now 17-4 over their last 21 games. They have just absolutely dominated the Twins. I mean, you're going back 20, 25 years in terms of just what they've done, not only in the regular season, but postseason as well. Phillies rang the bell with an extra inning victory against the Brewers Tuesday night. Alec Bohm tied the game at 1 with a solo home run in the 8th inning. Nick Castellanos ended it in the 10th inning. RBI double for Castellanos. Phillies' 4th walk-off win of the season. Christopher Sanchez gave up 1 run over 6 innings, took a no decision for the Phillies, but 4 Philadelphia relievers on Tuesday night, all working a scoreless inning. 6 different relievers have worked a scoreless inning so far over the first 2 games of the series against the Brewers. The Phillies bullpen, certainly a strength. They have certainly gotten the job done. 22-3 for the Phillies over the last 25 games at home at Citizens Bank Park. After winning 5 straight, the Brewers have now dropped 2 straight games. Harrison Bader, Pete Alonso, both hitting home runs in our nation's capital. Mets beat the Nationals 6-3. They've won the first 2 games of the series. David Peterson, the win is first of the season. Peterson, his line, 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, pair of walks, 2 strikeouts through 81 pitches. Francisco Lindor, Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, and Bader, all 2 hits apiece in the victory. Starlin Marte in the 5th inning with a 2-run triple. Jeff McNeil out of the lineup again for the Mets. Jose Iglesias again getting the start at second base, and some people making it a thing with McNeil out of the lineup. DJ Hurst did make his major league debut for the Nationals, gave up 4 earned runs on 7 hits, and took the loss. Jacob Young, 3 hits in the loss for the Nationals, who have now dropped 4 of their last 5. Nationals also placing Trevor Williams on the injured list. Right now, he is dealing with a right flexor muscle strain, and that's why Hers was called up from the minors to make that start and his big league debut. Red Sox home at Fenway against the Braves Tuesday night, first of 2 between the two teams. And Max Fried was outstanding. Struck out a career-high 13. Fried, win number 6 on the season. Braves now 3-0 this season against the Red Sox. 8-3 the final at Fenway Tuesday night. Fried gave up 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 hits allowed. Game was tied 3-3 until the 6th inning, and that is when Ozzie Albies hit a 3-run home run. Orlando Arcia adding a solo shot in the 7th inning. Cutter Crawford, I mentioned with Seth Lugo, hopefully not a sign of things to come, but Crawford pitched very effectively early on in the season, and teams, I don't know if they're catching up with him, have more of a scouting report, different approach at the plate, but Crawford gave up 6 runs, 4 earned, took the loss, now 2-5 on the season. Orioles and Blue Jays continuing their series north of the border in Toronto on Tuesday. Ryan Mountcastle, 2 home runs. Connor Norby, first big league home run with a 2-run shot in the 8th inning. And the Orioles beat up on the Blue Jays 10-1. They've taken the first 2 games of that series. Corbin Burns was solid, giving up an earned run over 7, picked up the victory. Burns allowed 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 5. George Springer touched up Burns with a 2-out home run in the 7th inning. That was the only blemish on his resume for the night. Mountcastle, 3-run home run, that in the 3rd, added a 2-run shot in the 5th inning to make it 7-0. Gunnar Henderson, a double, a couple of walks, 3 runs scored. Orioles now 10-2 over their last 12. Rangers home again against the Tigers. Tigers winning their 3rd in a row. Beat the Rangers 3-1 in Arlington. Zach McKinstry, Riley Green, both homering for Detroit. Tigers have taken the first 2 games of the set. 5 runs in the first 2 games of the series on 4 home runs total. Jack Flaherty didn't give up a run over his first 5 innings. Flaherty gave up a couple of hits, walked no one, struck out 4, did depart early as his back stiffened up just a little bit. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Corey Seager did go 0 for 3. Seager's hit streak is done at 16 in a row. That's an impressive hit streak for Seager. Cardinals, Astros in Houston. Astros now up 2-0 in the series. Astros went up 6-1 with a 4-run inning. Houston going on to beat the Cardinals 8-5. Astros have taken the first 2 games of that set. Alec Burleson, Nolan Gorman, Mason Wynn, all homering in the loss for St. Louis. Wynn 3 for 3, home run, a run, and a walk on base 4 times. Yanier Diaz homered with 2 on in the 3rd inning. That gave the Astros a 5-run lead. Kyle Tucker was held out of the lineup for Houston. Tucker fouled a ball off his right shin on Monday. Right now, day to day, like we all are, with a bone bruise. White Sox 5 runs in the 4th inning. Cubs said, watch this. Cubs came from behind at Wrigley and beat the White Sox 7-6. This was interesting because the Cubs tied the game up, and then the White Sox went back in front. But Cubs win, go Cubs go. Cubs tied the game with a 4-run 6th inning and went in front with a 2-run 8th inning. Christopher Morel, Patrick Wisdom, both hitting 2-out, 2-run home runs in that 6th inning. Wisdom's home run, a 2-run shot, tying the game at 5. After that, Luis Robert Jr. put the White Sox back in front by a run. He had a solo home run in the 7th inning. Cubs, though, taking the lead with the home runs in the 8th inning, or in the 6th inning, rather, and then 2-run double off the bat of Ian Happ in that 8th inning. White Sox losing streak now at 12 in a row. They've dropped 16 of 17. Shota Imanaga gave up 5 runs, just 1 earned, and Imanaga ending up with a no decision. Cubs end up with the victory. Mariners able to hold on for a 4-3 victory against the A's Tuesday night. Oakland, not a big crowd again, under 6,000. George Kirby for the Mariners, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 9. Kirby now 5-5 with the win. Josh Rojas, 3 hits, including a double. He knocked in a run. A's with a run in the 9th inning to make it interesting, but the bullpen got the job done. Saucedo entered, got the final out, left 2 runners stranded. Mariners are rolling once again, 4 straight victories, and now 8 wins over their last 9 games. Reds, Frankie Montas with a terrific performance against the Rockies at Coors Field. Reds beat the Rockies 4-1. They've taken the first 2 games of that series. Montas, 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, pair of walks, 9 strikeouts, 3-4 with the win. First win since early April for Montas, and the only hit he allowed, a leadoff double in the 7th inning to Elias Diaz. Montas came back, retired the next 3 hitters that he faced, and the Reds win the game despite committing 3 errors. Ellie De La Cruz, a home run. It went 448, his 10th on the season. Rockies got their only run, 2-out RBI double in the 9th inning from Brendan Rodgers. Again, the Reds have taken the first 2 games of that series. Rays had their hitting shoes on in Miami Tuesday night. Rays with 4 in the 4th inning, 5 more in the 5th inning, beat the Marlins 9-5. Brandon Lau had a night. Lau rhymes with now, went 2 for 4, 3-run home run, 5 RBIs. His home run tied the game at 3 in the 4th inning, added a 2-run double in the 5th inning. That put the Rays up 8-3 at that point in the game. Ryan Pepio ran his record to 4-2 on the season with the victory. Pepio's line, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. Gave up a home run to Brian De La Cruz in the 1st inning. Jesus Luzardo, one of those guys that you hear about that could potentially move before the trade deadline, gave up all 9 runs, left with 1 out in the 4th inning. Luzardo now 2-5 with the loss. And Randy Arozarena, on-base machine for the Rays, reaching 5 times, a single, 2 walks, also hit twice in the game as well. Pete Fairbanks did enter With the bases loaded and nobody out in the ninth inning, Fairbanks retired all 3 hitters that he faced, 2 strikeouts and a ground out to close the door on the Marlins. Angels home in Anaheim against the Padres. Angels come up with a 4-2 victory. Zach Neto breaking a 1-1 tie. Neto, 2-run double in the 7th inning. Adam Major, big league debut for the Padres. They've been dealing with pitching injuries. Major gave up just 1 run over 6, gave up 2 hits, walked 4, struck out 2. Luis Arraez, a rare off night for Arraez, took the collar and went 0 for 4. Angels manager Ron Washington did tell the media on Tuesday Anthony Rendon is close to resuming baseball activity. So am I. So are you. Make of that what you will with Rendon. We'll see if and when he can get back in the lineup for the Angels. Diamondbacks extended their win streak to 4 in a row, beat the Giants 8-5. With that, Diamondbacks have won the first 2 games of the series. Arizona, 4 runs in the 7th inning. Ketel Marte on base 4 times, 3 hits and a walk in the leadoff spot. Gabriel Moreno, a couple of base hits, a pair of runs batted in. Mike Yastrzemski had a 3-run home run in the 8th inning for the Giants, who have now dropped 6 in a row. That home run for Yastrzemski got the Giants a little closer. Kevin Ginkel, inning and a third of relief, and did not allow a run. He is 4-1 with the victory. Paul Sewald, the save. He worked a scoreless 9th inning. That's a wrap on day number 69 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Sugar's Random Thoughts brought to you by the Yellow Rose of Talbot Bed and Breakfast in Easton, Maryland. Considering a stay on the beautiful Maryland Eastern Shore this spring, summer, or fall, consider a stay at the Yellow Rose of Talbot B&B. Tell my sister Tammy and my brother-in-law Kenneth that I sent you their way. I miss seeing Dusty Baker in a dugout. Paul Skeens gets the start for the Pirates against the Dodgers on Wednesday. It'd be great to see, but it's going to be hard for Skeens to either match or do better than what Jared Jones did in his victory on Tuesday night. I'd love to see him stay on the south side of Chicago, but I'm really beginning to think that it might be a smart move for the White Sox to at least consider the possibility of moving Garrett Crochet in a trade before the deadline in July. Our latest Lennox on Baseball conversation with longtime Major League Baseball coach Rich Donnelly. That is now up and available on our YouTube channel at Lennox on Baseball. That's also the X handle as well. Tom Friend writing the book right behind me, The Chicken Runs at Midnight, on Rich Donnelly. It's a terrific book. Enjoyed the conversation with Rich Donnelly on Tuesday night with our Lennox on Baseball conversations. And again, that is available on YouTube and our Lennox on Baseball YouTube channel. That is, again, a wrap on day number 69 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Looking forward to seeing Mr. Skeens pitch tonight or this afternoon. I think it's a night game. Pirates and Dodgers in Pittsburgh. Brian Holland, one-time intern for the Aberdeen Ironbirds, takes us away. Enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. Brian?
Stop talking during the anthem. Go watch Steve Lennox's new podcast because Steve is the man.